Hello, friends. Welcome back to Kerry's vlog. This is Thursday, April 22nd, 2021. It's been a quick minute since I've been here, and I missed you guys, and I missed being here. So I just wanted to get back on here at least once this week. Hopefully I'll get back tomorrow as well and share a little bit of what's been going on. So quickly, this last weekend we went to St. George, Utah, and played in West Coast Elites basketball tournament. It was just a shootout or a showdown, whatever you want to call it. And our All Vegas 2025 team that Colton plays on did really well again. We didn't win every game. We lost the very last game against a really good team from Holiday, Utah. They're a high school team called Olympus Titans High School. And they were, of course, they were just a 15U/ a little bit older perhaps team. Definitely not their varsity squad by any means, but they were well-oiled machine. They played well together. They knew what they were doing. They played well. We were in the game the whole way. We actually took the lead with about 4.5 minutes to go after being down 8-9 the entire way. We were up by 4, and we end up not shooting as well as we've been shooting, and we shot tremendously. We've been shooting tremendously because we've got lots of shooters. And so it's been lights out for us most of the games. And of course, we're playing great as a team and a unit and making plays for each other. So it's been something I've been wanting to be able to be a part of as a head coach or assistant coach for a very, very long time for my son's sake in general, and as a team, right, as a club team. So we have all the pieces now, and we're really getting there and rocking and rolling. And in one game, in our second game, a young man on our team named Mason Abbotton was lights out. He was 13 for 16, or he was 14 for 17 from 3-pointers. Okay, so that just tells you what kind of shooting he had. In fact, he missed his very first shot, hit the side of the backboard, bounced off. It looked like he was going to have a hell of a bad shooting night. And right after that, he hit 11 or 12 in a row, which I have never seen in a basketball game before. And I don't think he'll ever do this again. Of course, it was one of those moments that he'll never forget for sure. And neither will any of us that were watching and witnessing it happen. And yeah, in that game, the other team should have probably been denying him and stopping him from getting more and more looks and more opportunities. And they just didn't either have the athletes or the kids that could, understand those concepts and get it done, or the coach wasn't attempting to do it. I don't know which, but either way, regardless of what kind of competition he was up against in that particular game, you still have to be able to make that high percentage of 3-pointers, and not all of them were wide open or easy looks. He had a couple where he was actually falling away. He had a couple where he was in transition, pulling up off the break. He had a couple that were, a good 30 feet from the basket. So, I mean, he was shooting it well, extremely well. And it was awesome. And there is a, I think Ball Dogs has a mixtape of his shots from that tournament. And if I can get my hands on it, I'll definitely share it here. I wish I had it right now because I'd love to show you guys every one of his made threes in that game. But needless to say, we almost scored 100. We had 97. He had somewhere between 43 and 47 points. He didn't quite get to 50. He only had a couple twos. And it depends if he had 13 or 14 threes for sure. I counted 13. I think the guy from Ball Dogs that was taking photos and video, I think he counted 14. So I don't know. I'd have to actually go back and look. On another note about basketball, Steph Curry's streak ended last night at I think it's 11 games. He ended last night on a poor shooting night. Of course, it's going to happen eventually. He was just 2 of 10 and 0 for 6 from 3 in the first half, and he only had 4 points. He ended the game like 7 of 25. I believe it was 7 of 25, I think, and he was just 2 of 14 from 3. Ended up with 18, but he did have 8 assists and 7 rebounds in that game. They did lose by like 4 to the Wizards. And of course, Russell Westbrook was running him, ragged all over the court, making him work hard. Whether it was just a cold streak or something Russ was doing, who knows for sure. But the other night before that, he broke Kobe's streak of 10 games at the age of 33 years or older to get 10 straight games of 30-plus points when he scored 49, hit 10 more threes. With that being said, he's had 6 games this season with 10 3-pointers or more, which is, of course, a record. And there's no other guy in the league that has 10 threes, or there's only a handful of guys. I think it's 5 guys that have, or I don't know, maybe it's not 5 guys. There's only a certain amount of guys that have made 10 threes or more 5 times in their career. And Curry's got 6 in this season. So yeah, it was crazy. And then with his prior 2 games to the 18-point performance last night, he had 47, 49 in his previous 2 games to that. And Curry became the first player aged 33 or older with back-to-back 45-plus point games since Jordan did it in 2001. I think he did that with the Wizards then. So yeah, quite the accomplishment. Now Curry's number 1 in scoring right now in the NBA at 31.1, and Beal's right behind him at 31. And so that's really interesting. We'll see how the MVP race goes, because right now it's between basically Giannis again, Curry, Jokic from Denver, Embiid from the Sixers, and I don't know if there's someone else in the mix there. I can't remember, but I think that's pretty much it. On to technology and marketing, as my other favorite topics go. Thrivecart, still having issues, still can't get to the products or the coupons page. It won't load for me still. I've talked about this at least 2 or 3 other times on these vlogs, and it's been 6 days now without any word from them. And so that's kind of frustrated me, to say the least. And so I sent out a message on Sunday and then Wednesday and haven't heard anything from them. So I sent another ticket out today to them to try to get some kind of update and get some kind of answer. So it definitely has nothing to do with the fact that they were blaming it on how many total products I had or coupons, because if that were the case, they would already have figured it out and gotten me down to a quota that the system would not time out. So there's some other bug or some other change or something going on, particularly in my account itself. I just hope they resolve it soon, because it's costing me some valuable days and or cash OLA, because I can't get in there to get coupons made or new products listed. So I might have to switch over to another shopping cart system. Might switch over to ClickFunnels 100% and run everything out of there instead. We'll see. And today, finally, I put this off for a while. I showed back a long time ago that I started helping my daughter Castile out with her fidget store and selling her first fidget online. And I set it up using a ClickFunnels sales funnel with a 2-step order form, and it's pretty much complete now. I just finished it today with the products and the thank you page. It's very simple. It's got an order bump on there, and she put out a quick TikTok on her TikTok account, which is awesome and endearing, and only has like 453 followers or something like that, with her first fidget that she has for sale, which is called the Simple Dimple. If you haven't heard of it or seen it, you can Google it. It's kind of interesting. And she's big into all these fidgets. And if you want to check it out, that's why I have my scroller down there on the bottom of the screen. It says, check out my daughter's first attempt at entrepreneurship, Cassie'sFidgets.com. It'll take you directly over to her first sales funnel and product for sale. So there's that. And otherwise, I really don't have anything else to rant and rave about today, which is odd. I usually have a lot more to think about and talk about, but I guess there hasn't been too much going on elsewise. I just been struggling with the same old stuff since the last time I was on here, pretty much. And hopefully I'll get some kind of answer back from Thrivecart tonight, tomorrow, with some answer. Whether or not they'll be able to get it fixed or not, I don't know, but I hope so, because I put a lot of time and effort into Thrivecart. I have a lot of products in there. I would hate to have to remake and rebuild in another shopping cart. It'll take me a long time to do so. So yeah, it's, that's kind of where it's at. And other than that, what else? Not much else. If you guys have anything you want me to share with you, or have anything to share with me, please let me know. I'd be more than willing to, if you want to come on and post some comments or stir some discussion about some other stuff, I would be more than happy to partake in some of that from time to time. And more engagement, the merrier and the better. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll probably think of something else as soon as I hop off here, but hopefully, Vegas is supposed to be fully open as of June 1st, so that's exciting. Everything should be back to 100% capacity. We're going to have our first basketball tournament here in Las Vegas next weekend. And then we should get a whole slew of basketball tournaments starting and popping up after next weekend going forward that are already pre-planned. Hopefully it'll all come through and we won't have to be traveling as much to play for my son's team. I'm hoping Lifetime Ultimate Hoops is going to resume here in May, hopefully. If that's the case, I cannot wait to get back out there and continue kicking butt and trying to get my lead back, or my lead extended, I should say, with my three-pointers made over the course of my Ultimate Hoops career. I think I have like 2,900 or 2,800, something like that. Next closest guy's got 2,300 and change. So I'm a good 500 or so ahead, I think, but I want to really increase that. And I want to, really give myself a shot to hold that record for as long as possible. And I'm not sure how long it'll be, because who knows how many more years I got in me with some of these little nagging injuries, like my effing elbow that I've talked about 100 times, my knee, my ankle, the weird stuff that pops up when you're an old man. But I'm hoping to hold on and play at least 4 to 5 more years, at least until my son's 18, 19, and I can play together in a league or two. And hopefully I'm still looking and feeling at least as good as I look and feel now, maybe, if I'm lucky. And I just want to keep playing and get back out there. I miss the guys. I miss getting out there and playing. I miss all of it. I'm sure I'll get sick of it real quick after I get out there, especially when the first little injury occurs again that sets me back. But we must, persevere and keep on going, right? It's what keeps us young. As they say, never retire in Ultimate Hoops lore. So if you haven't seen any of that yet, you can always go to uhlife.com, I believe. You can check out the leagues and then the stats, and you can look up my stuff if you want to check it all out and see what I've done in the past. And hopefully when it gets resumed, I'll let you all know. In the meantime, I guess this is it. So this is Kerry Knoll signing off. Thanks so much for watching, who was ever here to watch and or is tuning in after it's over. I appreciate it as always, and I hopefully will be back tomorrow with a new set of rants and raves, and hopefully we'll have an answer about the Thrive card thing. Maybe. Cross my fingers. We'll see. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.